Boom, baby, we're live. What up, what up, what up? It's me, MLD, guys. What's up? And we're back and ready to roll. Goodness gracious, what a crazy 48 hours. Yo, bros, that was wild that something happened with the whole YouTube live streaming ability. Long story short, stupid people are stupid. And oh boy, isn't that the plague of our times? But we got something really great and cooking up going for you. As you can see, it's scrolling down right there, July 21st. July 21st is the enrollment date for the Masculine Empowerment Network. Because today we're going to have new people join the school. Go to school.com/MLD. And then we're going to talk about the dating skill tier list ranking. Because remember, everybody out here, the majority of these people talking out on the internet, they pretend to be one thing online, but the reality behind the scene is always different. And the only way you could actually find out is doing a little digging, doing a little personal research. But I know what I know, and I'm going to show you guys everything you need to know for the most valuable skills. Because remember this. When it comes to dating, when it comes to success, when it comes to all of the things we are talking about on this channel, money, muscles, game, frame, right? The most important thing you need to know here is that when it comes to dating success, with multiple women, because that is really not that hard to learn. Okay. The reason you guys are struggling is because you never sat down with a professional and said, I'm going to fix this problem right now. A lot of you guys are like, oh, I'm going to read this article here. I'm going to do a little bit this over here. I'm going to try to figure out here. I'll talk to one girl a month, and then that's 12 girls a year. And then next thing you know, you're 40 and single. Don't believe me? Take a look at the stats. 50% of all men and women in the United States of America now single. Okay. That being said, the first step is the easiest step, right? Because once you become like a sophisticated person, you're mentally healthy, you know, endless amounts of sex with strangers, it does lose its appeal, right? But that's like telling a starving person food isn't that important, right? That's like you tell, that's the majority of you guys. You're just sexually starved. And that's okay, because we're going to help you out here. But you got to understand, the big flex is to get a great woman into your life who is 100% on board with you, who doesn't fight with you and, you know, endless amounts of breakups and drama and all that. And that's very commonplace. I am calling you guys to be elite, because that's what I am. I'm an elite person, all right? I am an elite individual, and I want you guys to be elite too. I want you to rise to the top and really live up to your potential. So today's episode is going to be really, really, really good. Don't forget, on July 21st, we got something cooking. Take a look right here. Go.
久しぶりだな。急いでるみたいだな。アメリカでお前を待ってるやつのとこまで帰れると思うなよ。もう終わりにするか。死ねよお前。これかこれか。やばいよお前。やめろから逃がさねえぞ。もう終わりだよ。
You know I usually work alone.
Everyone needs a little help sometimes.
Well, I guess we're even now.
You didn't even tell me you were leaving. You know, America is never going to change. The men are lost. The culture is broken.
I know. And I have to try.
It's gonna cost you a lot of trouble. Stay with me. We can do so much good from here.
I'm sorry. I can't. Gotta go.
Fine. Then I'll come with you.
Let's go. It's time to fight.
That's right. That's right. That's right. If you're not in school.com/MLD, guys, you're missing out, because the Masculine Empowerment Network, the new one, okay, we're doing things a lot different this time around. And it is top secret. Okay, I'll tell you that. It is top secret. Because I've noticed a lot of things here. And what I've learned in all these years of doing this coaching, because now it is like, whew, we are in the 10th year of me running this business. And man, oh man, I've realized that there are two kinds of guys in this space. There's only one of two, okay? There's a guy who takes action, no matter if he's ready or not. He takes action. He tries, reflects, and he works with me directly. That kind of guy, 9 times out of 10, over a long enough time period, he eventually learns it and figures it out. It's not something that you cannot figure out. In 2025, if you're fat, if you're broke, if you are sexless, okay, it's a choice. That's a choice you're making. There is literally now, not only...
Shut up and take my money!
Not only do you have infinite intelligence in the palm of your hand via the internet, now with free AI, you have infinite super intelligence in the palm of your hands. History has shown humans, we're all just a bunch of dirty, stinking apes. Every single last one of us. Let's keep it real simple, okay? And the apes with the tools always beat the apes without the tools, right? When I hear people saying stupid things like, oh, you're a colonizer. Oh, you killed the indigenous people. Blah, 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 blah. No, you're dumb. It is monkeys with tools defeating monkeys without tools. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be living in a mud hut. My house is pretty nice. I love air conditioning. Okay? So what kind of monkey are you going to be? Ask yourself. Because the other guy, he lies to himself. He says, oh, if I just keep researching and researching and researching and studying and studying and studying. No. The only thing in life that brings clarity is taking action. That's it. Taking action and life experience. It's the only thing that brings clarity. And there's only one way you can shortcut your way to clarity. And that is talking to somebody who has achieved what you want. Period. Period. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Shout out to Owen K. $4.99 super chat. He says, my mother says he's a beautiful looking man. Hey, listen. Your mother's a smart woman because she gave birth to a nice guy like you. And I don't think I look bad. I feel like I look pretty nice. And yeah, you know, what a time to be alive. Do you guys see Bitcoin all-time high today too? Cruised all the way up to 116,000. I've been telling you guys about Bitcoin since 2019 when we started the Tokyo Crypto Show. I mean, bro, like Hyperlane also, if you guys have been paying attention, Hyperlane 460% up in the last 7 days. Oh, you like blue blocker MLD? Dude, I have, like, do you know what's funny? I have blue blockers all over my house in like so many varieties. Like, this is the librarian blue blockers. I don't like these. These are kind of nerdy. These, like, I don't like these skinny ones. Because I have blue blockers over my house. Because as soon as I get done with streaming, the blue blockers go on. Anytime the sun goes down, you know, we just throw these bad boys on. Look at this. I look like Clark Kent MLD. Here we are. Go ahead and click that link in the chat if Billy is here. The good Billy. We have good Billy and we have evil Billy. I'll just drop it right now. Here we go. If you're not in the school community, go ahead and click on that link right there. School.com/MLD. And you'll be locked and loaded. But guys, seriously, I'm so happy to be back. that was so crazy. So, yeah, somebody reported the channel. You know, just hater, another typical hater, reporting the channel. BS report, didn't break a single TOS, but I couldn't live stream, and then I had to like talk to like the YouTube customer support, which is like somebody in like I think Thailand or something. The name's Pom, P-O-M, and J-E-M. I don't know, AI, where those names are from. But I don't like these. I'm not wearing them. We're here, and we're gonna knock it out. So that being said, I am happy to be here, guys, and we're gonna be talking about the dating skill tier ranking. That being said, don't forget, and we got a new membership request. Shout out to Eric M, who just joined us.
Get money!
What up? Welcome aboard. And he's now in the school. But guys, let's talk about what matters, right? Let's talk about the brass tacks here. Let's talk about dating skills based upon the tier list. Okay, so here we got our tier list here. Let me show you what we're going to walk with here. Oh, actually, before we continue, before I have to do it again. Wait, did I do it? I think are we due for it? I think we are. It's time for comment review, where I read your comments from the previous videos. And the last video we had, oh, that's right, the last video was taken down, so we can't even do that. But I'll go and check. How about this? I'll check it on Rumble, and I'll do some reviews here. So let's check it out. If you guys missed this, okay, this is, and I'm gonna re-upload it as well. But I came up with a theory. I'm gonna show you guys. There's actually gonna be a two-part here, but this is the thing here. This is the blue blocker MLD that marriage causes divorce to talk about. So this is the episode. It's called the Relative Chat Index. Let me see. Do we get any comments? Okay, marriage causes divorce. Our homeboy in the chat right now. W Rumble. Gert Gunner says MLD teaching us facts. Franz Wild, such a bummer that this stream got paused because it was a really excellent episode. Thanks so much. And hey, Thomas P. Wow, look at this totally organic thing here. Let's get rid of that. Let's delete that. Also, I don't know if you guys know. Are there any groypers in the house? Are there any groypers in the house? I know, I'm wondering if I can play this, because I want to show you guys something. Da 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 da. Did you guys see this? I wonder, is this going to... This is funny. This was sent to me by a top secret member. Take a look real quick. Look at this. This is so cool, fun. This is hilarious. Take a look here.
$10. This YouTube short is MLD, the guy I mentioned last night who said a lot of positive things about you in private. I thought you might have seen him on whatever or value attainment.
Okay, do I have to, do I really need to watch this now? Oh, it's a whatever podcast clip, really?
How? And it's natural.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
How? Are you really? How?
Yeah, go ahead.
How? You're
the one
asking
saying
me
this is
how?
true. Yeah, normal. Listen,
on you and tell,
That's MLD?
and then not defend it, and then say,
Oh, I have seen that guy before. I didn't know he was a fan of mine. He's pretty funny, actually.
Get money!
The power of the hot dude army grows. Yeah, guys. So shout out to somebody says Heil MLD. That's right. Yeah, man. Guys, I'm so happy to be back streaming with you boys. But yeah, that was wild. Like, dude, you know, I ran an analysis with AI, and you know, my channel here on YouTube alone has been seen approximately 180 million times. Let me double check here. But what we ended up doing, I actually reverse calculated a couple things. And 182 million. Take a look here. This is the lifetime of the channel, going all the way back to January 21st, 2015. So 10 years plus, we have been seen 182 million times. Now, that does not include Instagram, which also has, I think, like 50, 40, 60 million views. And let me show ya. Let me just double check. Where is the iJizzle? Let's pull it up. Let's get the analytics rocking and rolling. I'll tell you guys everything because it does make me see. I'm going to give you a little bit of a complete analysis. You know, it's so funny when you're a streamer and there's like 1 second of dead time. You're like, oh my God, I got to like fill it. I got to do this. I got to like fill the dead space. Otherwise, they're going to turn away and be unentertained. Which to a degree is true, but I really don't even care anymore. If you're going to turn away and, you know, do what you got to do. But you guys know I got sauce. Well, I can't even calculate it based upon this information. But I will say it is definitely at least 20 million views on my Instagram. I can't pull it up right now. Right? So, when you extrapolate that, especially through the whole whatever podcast thing, it was so crazy that when you are like recognized in public, it's wild. It's like, I never planned this, but that clip, based upon what AI said, was seen by 1/3 of the internet at the time. 1/3 of the internet has seen my face. That is wild. Super wild, actually. But I said all that to say this. We are really going to lock in and show you guys so much value here on this dating tier list. So it's a little bit of a comparison because, you know, there's many schools of thought here, okay? But the truth is only the truth, and the truth is that's it, okay? Now, what I have here is the tier list. Okay. So this is how it's going to work. If you see it here, I'm going to put you guys on this side. So we have here, okay, 6 things, all right? Actually, you know what? You guys really don't need to see me. Okay, so we have, on the far left-hand side, okay, we have looks. Actually, I'll just do so we have money, muscles, game, the guy with all the kisses all over his face is game. Frame is the Zen. And then we have, you know, the typical looks, money, status, okay? And that's overlapping. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put these here, and I'm going to give you a little explanation as to why this is going to work versus why this is not going to work, okay? So somebody in the chat here, Connor Brown, saying looks over everything. And so that is fundamentally wrong. And I'm going to tell you why in a second, but this is the problem of men of our generation, okay, is they have become extremely feminized. They think that, you see, a woman is always worried about her looks, right? I mean, a smart woman, right? You know, there's a lot of hams here in the United States of America, right? But that is very feminine to constantly, as a man, to be like, oh, am I pretty? Do I look good? Now, should you put your best foot forward? Absolutely. But that is not the end all be all. And this feminized generation of men really is the problem with a lot of things. Like, they say strong men create good times, good times create weak men create hard times create strong men. And we're in that weak men create bad times area right now. That's where we are. But the pendulum is starting to swing, and the weak are getting weaker and the strong are getting stronger. And life is ruthless, guys. Life is totally ruthless. If you don't get your act together, life will swallow you up, chew you up, spit you out. And that's not something you want happening to you, okay? So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about why I don't agree with all due respect, sir. No, and I'm not, listen, you guys, when I correct you, like Connor Brown said, looks over everything, okay? When I correct you, it's not to insult you. It's not to shame you. It's not to belittle you. It is truly to help you, okay? It is truly to add a little light in your life as you walk around in the darkness. The darkness of sexlessness, which is a terrible place to be as a guy. Trust me, I've been there. And it is no fun. That's why I can relate to you guys and really deliver the best ever coaching. So we're going to start with looks, okay? Now, if you're unfamiliar with how the chart works, S is the best, right? A is second best. B is third best. C is fourth best. And D is just yikes, okay? So let's talk about looks. Now, this is dating skills, right? Okay? Now, when it comes to dating, the thing is, you are going to need you're going to need many skills as a man to be effective as a dater, okay? You're going to need understanding how to have confidence to approach a woman, whether it's digitally, within your friend group, or maybe you see a beautiful woman in the street and you say, you know what? That woman is attractive. I want to go say something. I want to go talk to her. I want to shoot my shot. That's what you say. I want to shoot my shot. Okay? That's just the beginning. You have to go out there and you have to talk to her. You got to have confidence. You got to have mouthpiece. You have to have planning skills. So many things that come into like the timeline of having a successful dating life, right? So let's first do looks, okay? Now looks right here is on the far left, and looks are the pretty boy thing, like being a good-looking guy in the face, okay? Now, looks will absolutely get you in the door, but what gets most guys out the door is what they say, okay? So people saying looks over everything, it's really not correct in my opinion, okay? Now, looks are important. You have to take care of yourself. You got to look good. You got to look the part. You got to be able to have good grooming, good hairstyling, make sure you're not looking underslept, gross, all of those things, right? But looks can only get you so far. Okay, I know a guy personally. He looks like an Abercrombie & Fitch model, right? But he has the most tumultuous relationships I've ever seen. First of all, what I have noticed too is women that typically are like hyper focused on looks are, I've never met a woman that's like really, really like mentally like good who's like hyper focused on looks. Because typically when they're hyper focused on looks, that's kind of like what hoes do, right? That's like that's a very hoish behavior. Like a woman who is a good judge of character, she looks at the total package. She looks at, can this guy be a protector? Can this guy be a provider? Can this guy be a leader? Do I feel safe with this guy physically, emotionally, sexually, down the road financially? Does this man bring me security? Right? So the ones that are just like, focused on looks only, those are typically bottom feeder girls. And another problem with looks is this. Looks don't last. Put a 1 in the chat if you know a guy, right, that was like really good looking stud in high school, and then now he's like bald and fat and ugly, and you're like, man, this guy used to be the stud of all studs, right? That happens so often. Now, you could be like Tom Cruise or myself, and as you get older, you age gracefully, right? But ultimately, it is a crutch. And the problem with these guys who are hyper-focused on looks, first of all, there is no one uniform look that attracts every woman. There's some women that are repulsed by black guys. There are some women that love black guys. There are some women that are repulsed by Indian guys. And there are women that love Indian guys. There are women that are really turned on by white guys. And there are women that are really turned off by white guys. Okay? What you want to do is make sure that you just don't look bad. All right? And what does look bad? Well, if you watched my episode, The Relative Chad Index, we talked about this. The number one thing you could do to sabotage your looks in 2025 is to be excessively fat. If you are excessively fat, you are sabotaging your looks, whether you're a man or woman, okay? This whole big is beautiful thing is a marketing lie that people made up with to trick people, mainly women, into thinking, oh, it's okay to be fat. You're big and healthy. Just that there's, let's say, used to say healthy at any weight. Where is that now? Where is healthy at any weight? How many fat influencers died? It's 100% within your control. All right? If someone tells you, my thyroid, my this, my that, I'm sorry, you just don't have any self-control, and you're telling yourself a narrative that is going to you're trying to excuse yourself from accountability, okay? Our body, our weight, all of that is our responsibility because we're the only ones who put food in our mouth and swallow the food, period. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it, period, okay? So, that being said, the second thing you could do to be more attractive with your looks is just be clean, proper grooming, wash your hair, wash your body, take care of your skin, right? Edge up your beard, do these things. If you don't have a beard, make sure you're clean shaven, you're looking good. Excuse me. All of these things really help you elevate yourself in the looks department, right? So when it comes to looks, I will have to say that it's definitely not S tier. It's definitely not D tier. It's definitely not C tier. I would say looks when it comes to dating and dating skills is an A tier skill, okay? That is incredibly good. Okay, we're talking just handsome face and good overall looks and or like just your general appearance. Okay, I would say looks are A tier. All right. So, let's go to the next one. So, what are you guys gonna do next in the chat? Vote in the chat. We got game, frame, money, status, and muscle. So, 30 seconds on the clock. Number one, most voted one in the chat will go next. You guys decide. Okay, we got one vote for frame, status, muscle, money, game, frame. Okay. Status. Want to hear status next. Confidence is king. It is. Status. All right. Looks like we got our next one, and we're going to do status. So, okay, taking a look here. This here is status. It's a guy standing on a little rope, and he's got a bunch of stars around him. Now, let's talk about that, okay? So status is multifaceted, okay? Status is the ability to have a high ranking in a social hierarchy. That's it. That's all it is. So there are multiple levels of status, right? There is awareness within your circle, right? No matter where you are in your social circle, there is a hierarchy, all right? Everybody has a certain ranking. And, you know, we all want to have good rankings. We all want to be good people. So the higher your ranking is, the more other people are going to think you're great and amazing, okay? So that's one. Then there's, are you known locally in your area? This can be, you know, anything. It could be you're the local guy in the gym. You're the biggest guy in the gym. You're always in the gym. You're always lifting weights. You're always doing the thing, right? You are Mr. Status at the gym. That's you. Okay? Then there is the next level, which is social media status, right? You have clout. You're popular on social media. You're doing all these things, right? So that is that right there is the kind of the most accessible status of our time. Now, the next level up is like ultra celebrity basketball player stuff, but we're not going to talk about that because I don't think anybody in here is on that level, okay? Status can also be occupational. You're a doctor. You have a high-level professor at the university. You are, you know, in some circumstances, you're a lawyer. That's a really status thing, right? You're a CEO. You know, occupational status is a really good thing too. Gym status, there can be multiple things. You could be the killer at the kickboxing gym, but honestly, most of the girls that go to the kickboxing gyms are like, Buzz, your girlfriend, woof, right? That's something that is so nuanced, right? You can have status if you're a foreigner, right? If you're a non-American person, so you're a French guy or British guy or Australian guy and you're in the States and you're a foreign guy, that is attractive to American women. Women in general like foreign guys. Ask me how I know, right? That is also a form of status. So now here's the problem with status. Okay? Status too can be disappeared. Okay? You can be disappeared like that. It can disappear in the blink of an eye. Right? Let's say you're the champion. You're the UFC champion. And then you get knocked the fuck out. Status is gone. Right? Mike Tyson said it best. He said, the spotlight never turns off. It just moves. It's pretty deep, right? The spotlight never turns off. It just moves. Okay? Status is not eternal. And you see, status without game and without frame is just a liability. How many celebrities you see get caught doing the craziest stuff, okay? Do you guys remember when James Franco was like caught trying to like send nudes to that one young girl? This is a mega celebrity. This guy is a literally A-list celebrity. Do you remember that? And the girl's like, send me a photo to prove it's you. And he takes a selfie of himself. James Franco. He's a very good-looking guy. Right? Without game, without frame, you're cooked. You know who had a lot of status his whole life and eventually caught up with him? Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp had his breakthrough role in Nightmare on Elm Street when he was like 16. He was super young, right? And he just got endless amounts of girls because he was Johnny Depp. That's what he did. Girl after girl after girl after girl until he ran into a psychopath named Amber Heard, who literally shit in his bed. Talk about a red flag. Oh, what an unhinged animal of a woman. Of course she's American, right? Jesus. Oh my God. So, that being said, when it comes to status, I will say status is definitely S tier still. Status is 100% S tier. Okay. It is highly unachievable for the average person. And I will tell you that when I was going viral in 2023, the amount of girls that were DMing me and contacting me. I had one girl who DM'd me and she was like, I'm just going to be straight up with you. I like you. I want to meet you. We should hang out. And I was like, wow, this is great. I'm not going to lie. That was awesome. Me going viral on the Whatever podcast. Oh, that was a glorious time in my life. If I never achieve any level of status like that again for the rest of my life, I am completely at peace because I have gotten a taste of greatness. And I say 2023 was a pretty good year. 2024 was also a pretty good year. 2025, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. It's, we did the international move and everything back here in the States. Fitness-wise, it's good. But we're not here to talk about me. Status. You see, that right there is really S tier. But in my opinion, I don't think that you should be chasing status because the majority of people never attain it. And I don't know if you guys know about this. Do you know about this guy Drewski? Well, like apparently he's been blowing up and stuff, but apparently he is tied to Diddy and having to do some stuff. That's what I read online to get there. You know, getting status and all that is, I just don't think it's like you're better off working on yourself. And I'm talking like trying to achieve high level status, right? You're better off trying to work on yourself and just like become a better man. And then as long as you work on yourself and you're trying to like become a better person and, you're trying to achieve money, muscles, game, frame, right? You will achieve more status. Like it will just naturally come to you because most people don't. Most people do not. Okay. That's something you really, really don't want to be chasing. I'll tell you right now. It comes with a lot of liabilities. Is it possible? Is it realistic to have status at a local level? Yes, absolutely, 100%. That's a really good question. You can totally have status at a local level, and I would advise you to try to do that because the world needs better leaders. People need leaders. I mean, there's a lack of leadership right now. And then what's taking the leader? Like corporations and governments, and that's just not what you want. That's definitely not what you want. So, yeah, that's like really, I don't know. I just don't think like chasing for status is like a just good thing. Because I have also noticed this, right? In my opinion, like people who like, go ham and like really like chase after status. I've noticed those people are like not really mentally healthy. Like that's like you're completely and clearly missing something. And that is not like a good life like a life plan, like trying to chase for high status. Like if you have social media, of course you want to grow. That's the business, right? You want to grow. You want to get more eyes on you. But chasing it is, in my opinion, I don't know. It's just like it's better to be chasing money and be completely unknown, because then you're like a ninja. Then you're like, you can move in silence. When people know you have status, that's when you get predatory women after you. That's when you get people chasing after you for trying to get like money off of you. People try to rip you off. People try to pay you, make you pay them more. Like the list goes on and on and on and on. You just don't want that. You don't want that at all. Okay. Local status, earning it on merit, that's good. Like getting a black belt in jiu-jitsu, becoming like a locally known person in like even in church and stuff like that, right? It's so much more important for you to, develop yourself as a man than just chase these like hollow achievements. But if it comes your way, or if it's something you really want to do, like don't let me hold you back. But I will say, like, there's a lot of downsides to status that people don't realize. And chasing status just to get girls it's like you're just better off like learning game and making a bunch of approaches. That's it. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Tyler Paul makes a good point. He says trying to chase status is like trying to chase the end of a rainbow. Oof. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing it. Okay. Let's go back to our list. I'm gonna move this. Uh-oh, we got the big baller himself, Mr. Anonymous. This guy's the real G. Yellow Joe. This guy's certified baller. Certified big pimpin'. Genuine status comes after your own sincere hard work as a man. Totally agree. Don't even think or care about status. There's a huge downside to status. Yes, huge. But it is like vaginal kryptonite, bro. These girls finally have status, forget it. All right, let's do it. So back to the choices. Now we have muscles, money, frame, and game. 30 seconds on the clock. Go ahead. Tell me what you want to do next. We've got last four down to four. We got frame. We got game. Frame. Game, mouthpieces, S tier. Gotta be frame. All right. Looks like the next one we're talking about here is frame. So let's talk about that. So frame, as you see behind me, frame is having the ability to have boundaries, ability to say yes is yes, no is no. This is who I am, and you either accept it or you don't. But I really don't care. Because if you don't like me, that's not my problem, right? One thing I've learned about like coming on YouTube and just put myself out there is, you know, it's good. I don't know. This is a little dark. This is like a little deep and dark. I don't know if you guys want me to go that deep and dark, but let's just go. Let's just do it. Okay. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. Guys, you got to understand this. All right. And I'm just going to give you guys the brass tacks about reality. The majority of people in life are average at best. Okay. And when people see you shining, when people see you leveling up, when people see you doing good things, the majority of people are going to have a negative reaction to you. I know that seems counterintuitive, okay, because you might be thinking, oh, not me. I'm not like that. Maybe you're not. But we're in the minority here. When I started blowing up on YouTube, okay, I couldn't believe the amount of haters that came out of nowhere. People I've never even talked to, people I've never even looked at, people I've never even met, all of a sudden have got something to say about me. And I've heard things about me. I was like, I've heard it all, bro. I've heard people say, this guy is ugly. This guy has, what did it say? I have bug eyes. This guy has a weird body. This guy talks weird. This guy sounds weird. This guy looks weird. Endless blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I'm out here just doing my thing. I'm just living my life, right? But when you shine, you know, the bottom feeders of society who don't take the same opportunities that are right in front of their face, they hate you. Okay? And they hate you because you remind them of themselves. You see, we all are born with the same, like, especially in the first world, especially in America. We're all born with the same opportunities and things before us that we can do and change. Everybody has it within themselves to level themselves up. Everybody, man or woman, okay? If I can come from super poverty, abused as a child, you know, every bad thing you could think that happened to a kid pretty much happened to me, right? Never met my dad. Super poor. All this crazy stuff. And I could still rise to the occasion and level up. Then I just think everybody can. Period. Okay? And Tyler Paul here wrote it. It says, and another thing is this, with those people, the people that hate you, they really don't hate you. They really hate themselves. I've never met a person who's like totally mentally like stable and emotionally happy that like, you know, hated on me. I've never, ever met somebody, right? And those people are very rare. People that are like, you know, secure in themselves, happy, healthy, got it going on. Very few and far between. Okay? Frame is being able to stand your ground. Frame is being able to, you know what the backbone of frame is? What do you guys think is the backbone of frame? Let's do it again. 30 seconds on the clock. What is the backbone of frame? Let's go, chat. Oh, look at that. It's a gun. Where's the hater who reported me for a firearm on the stream? It was one of these bad boys. I'm leaning out. Can you see my arms looking smaller because I've been shredding down, boys. But look at that. We're getting there. Well, the OGs who've been watching me, Or got it right. Vin is correct. Self-love. Self-love. Okay? Self-love is the backbone and the fundamental principle of frame. Because self-love and self-discipline, self-discipline is the highest form of self-love, right? Saying, this is bad for me. I am not going to do it. This person treats me bad, so I'm going to tell him, hey, don't treat me bad because I'm not worthy of you treating me bad. It's really not okay. That right there is self-love. Another thing is, like a lot of guys, so many people, they stay in relationships that they should not stay in. Okay? And they don't leave. And you know why they don't leave? Because they don't truly love themselves. This is like when you try to love a broken woman who didn't have a loving relationship with her father, wasn't growing up in like a very stable home, okay? When you love these kind of women, they hate you for loving them because they hate themselves. And you can never, ever, ever fix somebody like this, okay? Because they think you're wrong because you don't see the real them. Because in their eyes, the real them is unlovable because they don't love themselves. You can't be with somebody who doesn't love themselves or doesn't respect themselves. Period. You cannot do it. Okay? Frame is the highest form of self-love. Okay? Guys with rock solid frame, they'll look at a girl on the street and they'll say, you know what? That's a beautiful woman. And I am a great person. So I'm going to go over there and talk to her. Because if you have really high levels of self-love, the frame of mind that you should have is, why wouldn't this girl like me? Why wouldn't she like you? Huh? Why wouldn't she like you? If you like yourself, then you should obviously see like the rationale that other people like you. So let's go here. Now, that being said, it is a skill. It is a dating skill. And although healthy love and everything is really, really good for you, okay? If you only have frame, remember we're ranking these individually, not together, okay? Individually, not together. Having frame, I would say, is probably B rank. Okay? B rank. We're talking about dating skills. Dating skills, like the ability to go talk to a girl, ask her out, set the date, have a good time on the date, and then move the reaction, the interaction along. Okay. To an eventual sexual encounter, right? Yeah, and Dr. B is 100%. Frame is much more important for it is the most important thing for an LTR. Frame is no frame, no relationship. It's over. We're just talking about dating. Dating, that. Okay? NBA Crypto Boy says, what's going on? Are you confused? Let me know. Objection? Let me know. Let's go to the next one. We have game, money, and muscles next. So game, money, and muscles. Again, 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Let's go. We have game, money, and muscles. Game, money, muscles. Okay. Joseph Lewis's game. Pariah 501 says muscle. Only Tyler Paul says game. 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 Money, muscles. All right, and the winner is Game. From my good friend Basel Modad, cool guy. Okay. Excuse me, I've been coughing a lot. Okay. Game. Let's be honest, guys. Let's go straight. Game is S tier. Okay, we all know that, right? Let's be honest. What is game? So game is the ability to understand a woman's mind and understand the psychology of what a woman finds attractive, how to identify if a woman is actually indeed into you versus not into you, right? And the ability to facilitate a sexual interaction with efficiency, okay? Guys who don't have game, guys who push it too hard with girls, they can't read. The girl says, no. And they're like, oh, just need a bit more, a little bit. No. Stop it. Get some help. She said no. She's just not into you, bro. Accept it. Go home, do some fucking steroids, get jacked. No, I'm just joking. But, go home, do some push-ups, go home, level up, all right? Really, you just got to take the L, go home. And here's the thing. Game is so taught, underutilized, everything. And, it's just, it's so bad that this is it's becoming a lost art. It is truly becoming a lost art. Oh, I see. NBA Crypto said, no, it's not the order, but people need to be able to actually have shit behind their belt before they implement any of these things. So I don't think I get the point for most people to rank them. I just wanted to do this for me. This is a selfish episode because but not really selfish, because I just believe that this is actually a really good episode because this can show guys the truth, give an idea. Ideally, you want to be them all. But yeah, game is high level social skills. Most important part. Okay? Got to remember that. Because if not, you are cooked. Game is number one. Because game is eternal. Game is game. It doesn't matter if your StreamYard is the UI error. Like when you press stop sharing, it just stops. It just puts on a black screen. Before it would go back here. But now, I don't know. It doesn't do that. How's the autofocus? Look at that. We're reaching into you. Pow. Look at the levels of autofocus. That's wild. Autofocus is looking good, man. Super happy with the camera. But when we go to game, right? We're talking about that. Game is game when you're 18. Game is game when you're 25. Game is game when you're 30. Game is game when you're 35. And real game too, right? Like, you want to know the sign of a sucker?
Shut up and take my money.
All right. The sign of a sucker is a guy who argues with women. If a guy tells you he has game, but you see him constantly fighting with girls, they do the on-off relationship, they're breaking up, and then he's like, oh, baby, let's get back together, and then he gets the intense make-up sex, break up, make-up, break up, make-up, break up, make-up, break up, make-up. Bruh, what are you doing? That's a fool. That's not a guy with game. Because the woman is if she stays, she's like a not healthy person. But a mentally healthy, stable woman, they desire peace in a relationship because it is a form of emotional security. When you're constantly rattling the cage, that is not a woman who can blossom. Because when you have to create a beautiful environment that is full of peace and security for a woman's love to blossom for you and grow into something she's never had before. And the majority of women never experience that. But if you're a guy with top level game, these women feel feelings with you that they remember for the rest of their life, bro. And that's what you want to do. You want to leave a life impression on these girls, a positive one, not a bad one. Okay. Biscuit, $2 super chat. The harder you have to work, the less she is into you. Oh, no, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. It's just it's very binary. She either likes you or she doesn't like you. And you're conflating effort with seduction. No. Okay? If she likes you, she complies. If she complies, things are good. It's easier. When she doesn't, she doesn't like you that much, bro. The amount of guys tell me, I'm just going to win her over. I just got to do this. No, dude, you need to shut up. Okay? This one's for you delusional guys.
Shut up, bitch!
Okay? You don't get it. You really don't get it. All right? If she doesn't like you, she's going to make your life harder. She's not going to listen. She's not going to help you out. She's not going to be cooperative because she's not compliant. The more compliant she is, the more she likes you. The more, hard she is to deal with. She just doesn't like you. You have to leave. It's not going to get better. You have to leave and go find somebody else. Because she doesn't like you and it's not going to work. Period. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. All right? So let's go to the last two here. All right? We have last two. On the the left here, we have money. And on the right, we have muscles. Money or muscles? 30 seconds on the clock. Go. Vote. So what we got? Money.
Get money!
Money. All right, so let's go. Next one up here is when you cook with the SABCD tier list. Okay, we talk about money. All right, what is money? Money is having a bunch of money. So I'll just cut to the chase, okay? I'll cut to the chase. When it comes to money and dating, again, if you have the right abilities, it is a great ally. If you don't have the right abilities, it is terrible. It is a liability, okay? That being said, in my opinion, money, when it comes to dating, I would say is an A tier skill. Okay? It's A tier. It's not S tier because women don't really care too much about money. And if she does, it's usually a red flag. Okay? It's usually a red flag. You don't want to be exclusively with a woman, okay, just because you got money, all right? And it reminds me of a clip I saw today that I really want to play with you guys because this is a guy who it's just like www.yikes.com. Yikes.edu, yikes.net, JP. It's just so bad, bro. It is so bad. Holy yikes, man. I saw this clip and I almost had an aneurysm, okay? Now, this is from the this is so multifaceted, it just makes me crazy. Did we get okay, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. There we go. Yeah, so, dude, okay, guys, I'm just going to tell you, this cringe is like, it's so palpable. But I'm just telling you, like, this is how bad guys are down right now. Dudes are down so bad right now, okay? Shout out to all my degenerates on Rumble. I love you all. Shout out to the Groypers. Is there any other Groyper in here? Or is it only one? Let's go. All right, here we go. Take a look at this. The title is this: I have 12 million and she has 50,000. Take a look here and listen.
My fiance and I are both 36 years old. We're looking to start a Brady Bunch. We've got 5 kids between 10 and 12 between us. So the reason I'm calling is because we have a pretty large difference in assets. So I have roughly $12 million and she has roughly 50,000. And so we started the process of looking into a prenup, and it's been an emotional one.
Oh, my bad, bros, guys. This StreamYard is doing the double here. I'll listen again. Hold on. Let's reload. Uno momento, por favor. Let me do it. No echo. It auto checks the double audio button. Here, take a look here. Listen.
Fiance and I are both 36 years old. We're looking to start a Brady Bunch. We've got 5 kids between 10 and 12 between us. So the reason I'm calling is because we have a pretty large difference in assets. So I have roughly $12 million and she has roughly 50,000. And so we started the process of looking into a prenup, and it's been an emotional one.
Right there. It's an emotional one. Guilty. No. Sorry, but that's over. It's over right there, okay? That is the largest red flag. He didn't say 12 kids with one woman. You misheard. Okay? No. Okay. If you're going to get married to a woman, okay, and she makes a fuss about having a prenup, she doesn't like you that much, bro. Like, no. It is completely unfair. That is the dumbest thing too, especially when you got that much money to lose. Look at Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard's been married for 6 months and his wife is already filing for divorce and seeking half of his assets. Why? Because Dwight Howard has status, but he has no game. Period. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. He has no game. Because you would be able to see this. You would be able to see the predator. But he has status. He has money. Right? But he has no game. None. Okay? And, no, dude, listen. No, dude. And you listen. You're what's going on here? You're a little fussy today. Okay? He said they're starting a Brady Bunch. And if you know the reference, the Brady Bunch is about a man who had 3 kids with another woman and a woman who had 3 kids with another dude. And then they got married. Or I don't know if it was 3 and 3 or 2 and 2, but then they got married. And that's what he's saying. He has kids from another relationship. She has kids from another relationship. You guys don't pay attention. Or are you just like trying to be angry? Anyways, she got mad, and that is a red flag. Okay? She got red flag. So, again, this is another guy who just has no game, who doesn't get it. Who does not get it. Take a look here and listen again. Let's continue.
And I totally understand why. So, I mean,
all right, hold on. Wait, did I share that correctly? Was it echoing? Hold on. Double check here. Here we go.
And she feels like I wouldn't be fully entering the marriage in the same way that she is, because it feels like I'm holding assets separately off to the side. I'm just looking for maybe more clarity and what you guys would recommend.
I think it is a wise decision to do one. You're hoping and praying, obviously, that this is the one and that it's going to last a lifetime. Mm-hmm. But as you guys have experienced, there is a reality to all of this. And whenever any of us get married, right? I think there is like this, like, okay, I'm choosing you for a reason and for a lifetime, but we also don't live under a rock and know that things change in life and situations come up. And unfortunately, some really hard things happen and does causes marriages to break up, right? To enter into divorce. And we don't want that. I think it can feel like the 12 million's off in this corner and we're never going to participate in it. But I think it comes into it's mine if something happens. But up until that point, it's ours. Like we're sharing assets.
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
Like we are living our lives together as one. But for some reason, if something ever happened in a divorce, this part still goes back to me.
My fiance and I are both 36 years old. We're looking to start a Brady Bunch. We've got 5 kids between 10 and 12 between us.
So he says we have 5 kids between 10 and 12 between us. They're both 36. Okay. This is a guy with no game. This is a guy with all this money and no game. Why are you 36 years old with $12 million and dating a single mom that's 36 years old? Why? So bad. So bad. So bad. So cringe. Like, just consider that for a second. Like, oh my God. It's just so, this guy's cooked. This guy's hella cooked. Right? This guy's super hella cooked. And another problem is this. Obviously, he has no fucking game because this didn't jump out as a gigantic red flag to him. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. Period. Like in what multiverse does that not jump out to you? But knowing him, okay? Knowing him, Hollywood. Oh God. Knowing him, he's probably gonna. I don't know. Because think about this. She's clearly there for the money. She's clearly there. Why would you be like, oh, I want to get married, but I'm also like, why are you factoring in the divorce? Because if you're already like really in love with the guy, you're not like, oh, and just in case you get divorced, I'd like to like potentially steal money from you. Like, what the fuck? You know? That's wild, bro. That's super wild. Yeah. Yellow Joe says you could tell by the tone of his voice he's a simp. Dude is insane. It's crazy. It's giving Jeff Bezos getting with the fit, dude. Jeff Bezos is, dude, the majority of these guys, that's what I'm saying. You guys think these CEOs are like gangsters and stuff? Like, no, they're not, bro. They're not. Being good with women, being able to have a good, loving, peaceful, stable relationship with a woman is a rare thing. It's rare. It's rare. So, that's why I said, when it comes down to it, money is A tier. At best, bro. Because there's so much liability that come with money, and if you don't believe me, just go to that Dave Ramsey clip I just played. Like, bro, what, like, so mega cringe. No self-love, no self-respect, and then this is the biggest thing, refusing to see the truth. Refusing to see the truth. Okay? That is,
shut up and take my money.
She doesn't like you. She doesn't like you. Sean H, $2 super. You should super chat into Nick's show. I don't even know how to do that. Bro, I'm too busy, man. I'm working on my own thing, bro. I'm focusing on me. And no disrespect to Nick, bro. You know why? I'll tell you why I like Nick. Okay? I really like Nick and respect him because he is like, he got canceled everywhere. He got completely destroyed. He got destroyed, like canceled for friggin' banks canceled him, right? Social media canceled him. Like, dude, endless amount of things canceled this guy everywhere. And he was still able to, like, you know, drag himself out of cancellation and, you know, come back on Rumble and like do really good, man. Like, bro, for me, like that like to, like, it's one thing to, you know, freaking get everything handed to you and like life is easy and, you know, excuse me, you know, all that crap, right? That is like, that's one thing. But then the second part is here, like when you start with nothing and then you build it up and then it's taken all away from you, right? And like in this situation too, he really didn't do anything wrong. Like I really don't know what he said or like, you know, what exactly was the thing done, but he was completely canceled. He was like put on a terrorist list and everything, and he couldn't fly, couldn't do any of those things. And he was able, and he was making like $50,000 a month. Then he had to like come back from that. Like, dog, you know, that's crazy that he was able to pull that off. Like that is like, yeah, that's respect, bro. That's mega respect, you know? And he's got my respect, bro. He's got my respect. I got to say, like, and he's a kid too. He's super young, you know, super young. And you can hate him for his politics or whatever. But look, you know, when bad things happen to you in life, there's two things you can do. All right. When bad things happen to you as a man, you got to understand there's the guy who rises to the challenge and says, fuck this. Fuck the people involved with the demise. Fuck everybody trying to take me down. Fuck every single last one of you people. I will survive. I will rise to the top. I will elevate myself to a new level. I'll study. I'll get around the right people. I'll rebuild. And guess what? When you rebuild, it's always better. In the Bible, it says, like, remember Job in the Bible? How God like struck him down with sickness, killed his whole family, took all his riches away, and tortured him. But he never cursed the name of the Lord. That's what it said, right? But then he was able to lift himself up, and he got even more and more. Okay, and that's the true sign of a winner, of a high value guy, right? Life hits you and just beats you, and you get all these bad things happen. You're like, damn it, when the fuck am I going to catch a break? What's going on? The only way you lose is by giving up. The only way you lose is giving up. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. So, respect to him. I think we got some super chat. Biscuit, $5 super chat. I believe most men do have, they do not. They do not. I'm telling you, most men do not have game. Okay? But are too scared to act on it and lose the crumb of puss they get. There's no way he didn't see the red flags. No, you'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised. M says, amen. It's not what happens to you in life. It's how you interpret what happens. Yeah. You know? The amount of people I know that have like a victim mindset, victim narrative. Wah. Oh my God, bro. Chill. Chill out, bro. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself. Just calm down. We got a new member in the school community. Shout out to Anthony P. Anthony P. He's a father. Thanks for joining us, Anthony. Good to have you aboard. And then the last one, let's go back here. The last one here, we go to our list, okay, is muscles. Now, muscles is the last one, but I want to test the audience real quick. So we have S, A, B, C, D. S, A, B, C, D. Okay? Where do you think money is, or where do you think muscles is going to rank? Let's see. S, A, B, C, D. Where does muscles rank? Let me know. I want to think what you guys think. I want to see what you guys are all about. Holler at your boy. Holler, holler. Let's take a look. Code G Money says A. Thaddeus says, I think it'll be B at best. Muscles is A. Sean H says A. Clark Sent says B. Joseph Lewis says A. It's A, man. Basel Modad. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, buddy. A or B? 1 says Commodus, who's completely not even paying attention. M says A. Solid C, muscles, good health. Honestly, S says Grim Villain. Health is self-love, S tier. Judd Grover, S. I'm more B, A. Basel Modad. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, if you have a muscular physique with six-pack abs and you look aesthetically pleasing, even you're slender, I'm not talking like giga ripped steroids guy. That's not what I'm talking about. Like, you look sexy. Okay? Excuse me, boys. This one may shock you. But in my personal opinion, let's go. If we want to talk about dating, getting your foot in the door, getting some good old-fashioned booty. From what I've experienced, muscles is S tier. Muscles is S tier. Muscles is 100% S tier. And I'm talking about you got to have visible abs. You have to have a flexing hot body. When you have that, okay, guys, exactly. CA just jumped it right there, okay? If you got your body right, your mind is usually right. Listen, the exterior is a reflection of what is going on in here, okay? Now, muscles, guys, it's a sad fact I'm about to tell you guys, okay? Here's the truth. The world is getting fatter, okay? Obesity is growing around the world. The more we eat processed food, the more we eat dog crap, okay? The more we do all of these terrible things, sedentary lifestyle, not exercising, not eating organic food, all that stuff, okay? We're just getting fatter and fatter and fatter, all right? In America, 74% of all men are overweight or obese. That is the fattest country in the world, minus like some smaller nations like, you know, Samoa, Nauru and stuff like, but like the concentration is way smaller, okay? And the fatness is a problem. It's killing everybody. And fat women are the ones that really mess up the dating market, because the problem is fat women artificially inflate the value of not fat women to at least a 6, because the average is a woman in America. The average woman is fat. She's overweight and or obese, because 71.8% of all women in America are overweight or obese. Okay. So if a girl is just not fat, she's automatically 6 because she's not fat. Period. Another thing is, when you're able to practice such high levels of self-discipline, man, oh man, it is nothing better to show the world that you love yourself than have an incredible physique. And a fat guy in Louis Vuitton and head to toe dripped out in designer brands is nothing compared to a jack guy in a $5 Walmart wife beater shirt. Period. To have a top level physique is very hard. Even if you take steroids. People just think you take steroids and you get jacked. Like, no, that's not the case. You have to eat right. You have to lift right. You have to train right. You have to do so many things. You have to sleep. You got to eat right, sleep right, train right, keep your stress levels low, count your calories, have a good understanding of nutrition, right? And yeah, man, like that is one of the highest forms of status right now. Having a jacked body, because you cannot buy a jacked body. And I'm not talking to people that are genetically six-pack. Those people are losers, okay? The people have genetic six-packs and you can eat anything and they never gain weight. Those guys don't. No. Anybody who gets silver spoon treatment in any kind of part of their life, really never top tier guys, because you miss out on the character development that comes with the skills necessary to acquire the above average status you have with your body, money, whatever the case may be. Guys who work for it versus guys who don't have to work for it, it is completely night and day in their characters. Okay? So let's go through the list one more time. Okay? So at the S tier, status, game, and muscles. Muscles is, especially with Instagram, this is a very high status thing, guys. Very high status thing. At the A tier, we have looks and money. And B, when it comes to frame, it's B tier. But if you have no frame, but you have any of these, you're cooked. You're cooked. So that's the episode for us here today, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Appreciate it. Go ahead and join me, school.com/MLD, and do me a favor. What do you think? Give me your ranking in the comment description below if you're watching on the replay. I appreciate you guys. Love you all. So happy to be back. We're going to play it by the book so we don't get any ammo to the haters to falsely report the stream. Because remember, every time the haters do something to me, I just get smarter. And I think, oh, this is how I beat the haters now. Oh, this is how I beat the haters now. Oh, this is how I beat the haters now. What a great life. My free R&D team on how to optimize my stream. Until then, tomorrow we're going to be back. Free consultation Friday. Where you can call me and answer all your questions. 100% free. I got you. That's me, MLD. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.